What's up, everybody? This is Coach V. I know it's been like forever since I've dropped a video on my YouTube channel. Life has been happening, positive and not so positive experiences. So it brought me to this moment where I am sitting in my car on a Thursday night, and so I just want to share with you all something that's been on my heart, especially the past couple weeks, heavy. Um, and I've made a decision that I'm definitely going to start a segment on my YouTube channel talking about it. It's going to be a little different, but still some elements of me, the professional me. But we going to have to get a little ratchet. We're going to have to get a little. Sometimes it's going to be low vibratory conversation. But life has taught me a lesson that I'm not as balanced as I think that I am. You feel me? I always get in front of the camera and very intentionally speak a certain way and intentionally do not speak a certain way. I'm always concerned about how people may take things or who may watch a video or listen to a message and get offended. You know, I've mentioned before that I'm very balanced, but I don't think that I've shown that balance. And this is what I mean. Sometimes when we become self-aware or become conscious or whatever you want to label it, we get so uptight about how we present ourselves to the public, right? We want to make sure that every aspect of us is something that's higher level or something that's elevated or something that is operating on a higher vibrational plane. And with the recent events in my personal life, I got smacked in the face with the lesson of you can't say that you are balanced and we don't see your balance. Over 90% of the time, I present myself in a super professional, heightened awareness state where I think very heavily and carefully before I speak. And I do that because I know that the internet has an infinite record. Even if I delete something, someone may have downloaded it, screenshot it, forwarded it, even though I may have deleted it, right? And I think that's always been a driving force subconsciously for how I speak or how I choose not to speak or behave. Here's the thing, though. The recent events in my life, almost 2 weeks ago now, and how I initially responded to them reminded me that most of the time I'm only balanced in word. I'm not balanced in deed. That trait of mine has proven to be an issue because I've had to learn some really hard lessons simply because I wanted to present on a higher vibrational plane. I wanted to present as super respectful. I wanted to present as super woke. I wanted to present as elevated. I wanted to present as fill in the blank. And that has proven in certain areas to be to my detriment because people tend to doubt your power or doubt your ability when you consistently present on a higher vibrational plane. And it takes so much work to do that. But those people don't get that. All they think is you think that you're better than somebody, or you think that you know everything, or you think that you're perfect. When they are so far from the truth, it sounds dumb, right? However, if we don't learn to be balanced and check people when they need to be checked, you feel me? If we don't do that, then we oftentimes end up in situations where we woulda, coulda, shoulda, because now we're hurt. Now we feel treated unfairly. Now we feel cheated. Now we feel, where was my spirit team? Now we feel, oh my gosh, God, why have you forsaken me? We begin to feel and think and believe all those things simply because we did not exercise our right to check somebody when they needed to be checked. And that's a lesson that I've learned over the past 2 weeks. That lesson has also caused me to pivot in my service-based business. So instead of in general just being a certified mindfulness coach, which I am, I've been forced to rebrand as a mindful relationship coach. And in that rebrand, I am now focusing more on mindful relationships and teaching people, men, women, non-binary, teaching people how to be more mindful, more present, more authentic in their relationships. Because what I've learned the hard way is, if you're constantly trying to be the bigger person, if you're constantly trying to prove how much work you've done on yourself, if you're constantly trying to prove you ain't got time for no lower level things, those very lower level things will shake up your world. Because sometimes you do have to meet people where they are. Sometimes you do have to climb down off of your pedestal, check a few mofos, climb back up on your pedestal, and then put your hand down to reach and pull them back up. You feel me? And that's a lesson I feel that God, Spirit, the universe has forced me to learn over these past couple weeks. So with that being said, I'm starting a new segment on my YouTube channel. This will be the first video in the playlist where I am giving relationship tea. So the segment you'll see on the thumbnail will be called Relationship Tea with Coach V. And I'm referring to myself as the female Kevin Samuels. Because if you know anything about Kevin Samuels, and if you don't, just put his name in the search box here on YouTube. If you know anything about Kevin Samuels, he'll give it to you straight with no chaser. And even though I don't always agree with his delivery style or his manners or lack thereof, his message be stepping on some toes. I've listened to him enough to know that I agree with a lot of what this man says. I just don't agree how cutthroat he can be to the ladies sometimes. However, I'm aware that sometimes you have to give it to people straight, no chaser, because if you fluff it up, if you sugarcoat it, if you put it in a nice package, the message, the impact of the message may not be received as it should be or as it could be had you delivered it, boom, pow, straight to the jugular. So I get that. What I don't like about Brother Kevin Samuels, and it ain't even about him, to be honest. It's not about him. So let me take that back. What I don't like is that I'm not privy to any woman who's matching his energy but talking to the fellas. I know that there's some women out here who talk about relationships, who talk about manifesting, who talk about self-accountability. But it's always so hard and so rough and so raw. What I like about Kevin Samuels is he has an element of smoothness with the throat punch. He's not for the faint of heart. So what I'm about to do on my channel is talk to these men, specifically these black men, these middle-aged black men who could benefit from a good talking to from someone who can deliver with class, but who also can give you the throat punch that you need. Now, I'm not going into this movement with hurting people's feelings or dogging my black brothers or anything of that nature. However, it's some things that need to be said. And I'm going to be the one to say them. So, this is the heads up for that. Again, and for the Kevin Samuels fans, I have the utmost respect for him. I would even love to sit on a panel and have a conversation with him, and we both talk to men and women together, tag team. Because in the effort that I'm making to hold myself accountable for the things that I didn't do properly in my last relationship, and the effort to do that, I also intend to help men understand where we women be coming from and where they lack, whether they consider themselves high value or not. There's some realignment that needs to happen in that department. Now, I'm not claiming that I know it all, just like I'm sure Kevin Samuels doesn't claim that he knows it all. However, what I do know, I'm going to share it. And I hope that people are receptive. Then again, if y'all not, then it is what it is. So, if you haven't already and you're interested in what's about to come, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button. Tell your friends, tell your family. Comment below if you got any particular questions. However, men, I love you. I respect you. I appreciate who you are. However, it's go time, baby. We about to shake some tables. And I know my truth. I share my truth. So I'm not worried about anybody saying anything about anything. You feel me? I just know over the past 2 weeks, how I originally felt is gradually changing because I stay in a constant loop of self-improvement and self-awareness and prayer and meditation and light my candles. So I'm the pivot master, you feel me? That doesn't mean how I felt about situations 2 weeks ago have changed or that I feel like I was wrong. It just means I evolve every day. And Spirit has been weighing on me heavy to open my mouth and be a voice. So you will see my face on camera. However, I've just been prolonging getting this first 15-minute video out. And Spirit's like, you sit right here and you do it. Even if we can't see your face. Because when you put the camera on selfie, it's so dark. And you don't want to sit in a parking lot with your interior light on looking suspect. So this is what we got. This is what we're doing. Let me know in the comments if you're here for something like this. Let me know in the comments if you have some advice. Let me know in the comments that you wishing me well. Subscribe, like, and share. And we're about to crank these videos out. Hoodied out, t-shirt out, dress out. However we show up is how we're going to show up. It's the message that we're delivering, right? I'm excited. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. Relationship tea with Coach V. I'm the female Kevin Samuels. Respectfully. Peace.